after school. Jingwoo doesn't know what is going on, but goes along with it, thinking of this as an opportunity. He goes inside the school to check on Kim, and it seems that it's true. He really was beaten up. Jinwoo notes that Kim must not be that strong if he was beaten up like that, so he plans on making a move soon. He also tells his goons that they should intimidate all the freshmen, warning them that if they talk with Kim, they will suffer for it. In the gym, Chul says that Kim needs stamina for anything he does, so he needs to train first. Kim does so and endures 2 hours of rigorous training. If he wants to beat Shin, who has been trained for years, he must at least endure this. Moreover, he is not even his real target. He also needs to get stronger so that he can beat up the guys in the Golden Circle. Chul notes Kim's tenacity. The training lasted for 2 hours, but he was pushed to the limit every second of it. He has potential. Chul says that ever since he was found doping, he's been researching how to be the best without illegal methods. So from now on, he will be applying the outcomes of his research to Kim's training. If he can keep up with this, he will become strong enough to make anyone kneel before his might. 1 week later, Kim sits in class when suddenly a boy approaches him, Siwoo, who tells him that he didn't do anything wrong and that he doesn't want to be on the same side as those who are ignoring him. Kim asks what he is talking about, and Siwoo explains that Jinwoo said that he will kill anyone who tries to get close to him. Kim asks why he came then, and Siwoo says that they have been close since elementary school, so even if he is beaten to death, he can't ignore a friend who is being bullied. Kim notes that Siwoo tried to save him before, but he got bullied in the process, so he pretended not to know him at all. And one day, while he was comatose, Siwoo came to apologize for being so weak. He couldn't protect his friend, and if there was another life, he wouldn't leave Kim alone. He grabs Siwoo's hand and says that he shouldn't act like they are close. He needs to do what the others are doing because what he is going through is none of his business. Siwoo leaves, reminding Kim that he will do what he wants to do and that he won't leave him alone. Kim notes that in the process of fulfilling the Golden Circle, he doesn't know what kind of pain and suffering will befall him. Siwoo can't get involved in this. All the relationships except his family should be cut off. He shouldn't involve others in the fight. While getting ready to leave, Kim heard that Jinwoo got a hold of Siwoo and is beating him as they speak. Kim rushes out of the classroom, hoping to save his one true friend. We see that in a room, Jinwoo is confronting Siwoo, asking why he talked with Kim. Did he not hear his warning before, or is he just that stupid? Siwoo approaches slowly, saying that he speaks to whoever he wishes to, and Kim is his friend. So they should stop playing around and get serious. Jinwoo tries to say something, but he doesn't get to, as Siwoo kicks him in the face, causing Jinwoo to fall on his ass. He gets furious and orders his goons to attack. They surround him, and the fight begins. While fighting, Siwoo thinks about Kim. He tried to warn him about this, but he still got caught in it. But he couldn't just pretend not to see what was happening. Kim might be a little extreme, but he is still the same as he was back then. A true friend. So he won't give up on him, no matter what he has to go through. Siwoo is skilled, but with so many people attacking him, he is weakening. Suddenly, Jinwoo comes from behind and uppercuts him, incapacitating Siwoo. He throws him into the wall, saying that he is nothing, even with his useless martial arts. Jinwoo continues to slap him, saying that he should have heeded the warning. Now, he will make his life a living hell, so he better be prepared. Suddenly, the door gets kicked open, by none other than Kim, who approaches with confidence. Kim thinks about Jinwoo. He had to defeat him anyway, but he is in a whole nother weight level, so in order to win, he needs to annoy him a bit. Kim begins insulting him, throwing snarky remarks about his weight, and says that he only won against Siwoo because it wasn't a fair 1v1. Jinwoo has had enough and orders his goons to stand back, as he will take care of Kim alone. He charges in, but gets stopped by Kim, who throws a jab in his face, also insulting him further. This makes Jinwoo's attacks even larger, giving Kim the opportunity to wail on him with his newfound abilities. And with one final punch, he knocks him to the ground. But it doesn't end there, as Kim needs to engrave fear into Jinwoo, so he continues hitting him, blood splattering on the ground while he does so. Jinwoo is on his last legs and begs Kim to let him go. He grabs him by the shirt, saying that he was the one who beat him, right? So there shouldn't be a problem if he says it again. So he should, in front of everyone. Jinwoo apologizes, saying that he was forced by Shin to do it. so he couldn't possibly refuse. And about his victory, those were just baseless rumors, so he begs Kim to let him go, promising to not do anything like this ever again. Kim lets go, issuing a final warning to not put a hand on Siwoo ever again, and if he catches him doing something like this, he will follow him anywhere and end his miserable life. In the infirmary, Kim notes that Siwoo should have done the same thing as the other people, and if he doesn't want to experience something like this again, he shouldn't get involved further. Siwoo stops him, saying that before he lost consciousness, he saw Kim coming. In a way, they are alike, as Kim came to his rescue just like he would have. How can he ever ignore such a friend? He doesn't know what his business is, but the facts are the same. They are friends, and even if he has to go through something like this again, that won't change. Kim notes that it wasn't a coincidence that he fought Park's group, and he was the one who started the fight in the first place, because they deserved it. And this is just the beginning, as he plans to tear anybody involved into pieces, even if he has to sell his soul to do so. Siwoo tries to say something, but Kim interrupts him, saying that he went through something terrible that he can't speak about, and he is looking for revenge only. So if Siwoo will stay near him, more things like that will happen, with much worse opponents. Kim says that he thinks of Siwoo as a friend, but that's all. He is not the same friendly Kim from the past. So from now on, he shouldn't get involved, as he will never be able to handle what is coming. Siwoo clenches his teeth in frustration, and Kim looks down with a dim expression outside of the infirmary, thanking him for everything. In his class, Shin admires the amount of cash he is making from the Golden Circle jobs. To think, so much cash only for bullying some kids? He has to ask for more commissions in the future, and if he makes some connections, he might be able to live as a Golden Circle broker even after graduation. His thinking gets cut short as Kim opens the door, asking him if he is the one named Shin. He confirms this, and Kim wastes no time in attacking, going for a kick which Shin barely manages to block. He tries to ask Kim what this is about, but he doesn't let him, and continues the onslaught of attacks. Shin notes that Kim must have likely learned to fight from somewhere, but he isn't powerful, and his patterns are predictable. But it doesn't appear to be so, as Kim suddenly swerves and lands a wrenching gut punch, and he also reveals his identity. He is the one he was looking for all this time. Shin tries to speak once again, but Kim does not care for words, so he grabs a chair and bashes him in the head with it. This surprises Shin, who thinks that he must give it his all in this fight. Kim throws the chair and goes for a punch, but Shin catches it, allowing him to go on the offensive. Kim tries to block, but Shin knows a few tricks too and fakes the attack. Kim notes that compared to Chul, he is nothing. He also knew that he couldn't beat Shin in the first place. This was a fight just to prove himself. He never planned on winning unhurt, so he has to risk it all on this one chance. Kim suddenly grabs Shin's leg and grabs him whole, throwing him into the nearby window. He holds him over the window, and Shin demands to know what Kim wants. He says that he wants to end this with one of them dying. Suddenly, the other people in class grab Kim, who notes that he will hunt down Shin and that this will never end until he dies. Kim gets dragged away by the other students, and one of them asks Shin if he is okay, as his back is full of glass shards. 30 minutes later, a message can be heard over the speakers. The students whose names will be called have to present themselves to the principal's office. Chul arrives at the scene, and seeing the amount of blood left behind by Shin, he wonders what he can say to the principal to save Kim. But much to his surprise, the principal orders him to ignore it. He heard that in the Myungjin Construction Company success race, the eldest son, Chang, has suddenly risen in popularity. When Chang decided to sponsor the school, he said that he would sponsor a significant part of the operating expenses. And if he became chairman, he promised to greatly increase the amount. The principal notes that sponsorships are different, as people do them only when the recipient has something they want. So why would Chang sponsor a school like theirs? For goodwill? Or perhaps reputation? None. The answer is the request that Chang made. As long as Kim is this school's student, no matter what he does, they must cover it up. So they should let this pass, and Chul should take care of it, as he is adept in this business already. And of course, the performance and other special benefits will be given to him as a priority. He also notes that Chang saved a couple of spots in the upcoming housing project Myungjin Construction is doing. Doesn't he want an apartment separate from his wife so he can better hide what he's been doing? From now on, all they have to do is take care of Kim. Chul is enthusiastic and says he will do his best from now on. The principal notes his reliability and says that Chul should address him as big brother, since they are in the same boat. Chul grabs his hand and says that he will help him make this school the most prestigious in all of Korea, so the principal will surely become the legend of Daesan in the future. The principal notes that if Kim graduates without any problems, the school will have Myungjin Construction on its back, so they both have to work hard. Suddenly, someone comes into the room saying that Kim was hit, shocking both of them. They begin interrogating Shin, who tells them that he is innocent. Kim was the one that started the fighting. The principal bashes him for assaulting a student who is 2 years younger, and Chul continues, saying that they have been keeping an eye on him as he has been beating others every time he gets the chance. Shin, having had enough of this, screams that he almost fell off the building and died, and that there are also witnesses. Chul crouches to his level and says that there are always witnesses. The problem is believing them, so they should go outside, grab someone, and ask them, an ordinary student or a criminal like him, who would be at fault. Shin curses in anger, causing Chul to grab him by the clothes, saying that he should talk properly from now on, and that if he doesn't admit to this crime, he will be seriously punished. Shin looks at both of them. The adults in front of him were as rotten as himself, and he finally realized that messing with Kim was a bad idea, so he apologizes. While walking away, Shin notes that he is about to graduate, so he can't let such a thing drag him down. So, even if it costs him some money, he has no other choice and must ask for help from outside. In a car, someone notes that the situation is pretty bad, though it's common for them to use one's background. How did Myungjin Construction get involved in all this? All the students who were trying to harass the target were expelled, and even the teacher is protecting him. As the broker, he has no choice but to take care of the mission himself, as the Golden Circle doesn't forgive even one single mistake. He drives away with the Golden Circle regional broker, Kang Taegu. He goes to speak with the principal, saying that Shin was punished unjustly. The principal says that they did no such thing. Taegu thinks that he will break easily, and he talks about the incident where 4 people were sent to the hospital, but the attacker was punished lightly, so perhaps they are giving special treatment to Kim. If that is the case, he won't let this go easily. The principal laughs, saying that, when in Daesan, do as the people of Daesan do. They didn't drag this into a criminal case because they thought about the future of their students. They have also already talked with the police about this, so he can do whatever he wishes. Taegu warns him once again, saying that he will do it. The principal says that he doesn't know what he wants to do, but he is sure about one thing. In this place, such a threat won't work. Taegu goes to the police, but no dice, as the policeman there says that the case was an act of self-defense, so even they could see what really happened. Should they really go that far and ruin a student's life? And if they were to punish Kim, they would also have to take Shin into custody. Taegu gets mad, smashing the table, and says that if they don't take this seriously, he will publish about what happened on the internet. The policemen sigh, saying that this is Daesan, so whether he publishes it or not, it doesn't matter. Will this calm down if he just goes on vacation? Taegu is shocked and wonders what happened to this village. He calls someone, who tells him that the chief of police is really close with the principal. But still, everyone knows each other in a village like this, so they're all probably keeping quiet. Taegu finally gets it. The reason the principal was so confident was because he trusted the local cartel. The issue regarding local cartels is that there would be a way to intervene if it simply involved personal interest, but local sentiment, a kind of territorial psychology, excludes outsiders from interfering in local affairs. Taegu thinks that this is probably why nobody takes these rural jobs and remains in Seoul. He cannot fail this job, as the Golden Circle has never failed a single request so far, so it's no stretch to say that they all owe their current reputation to them. But even if he does fail, another broker will be sent to complete the request, and if that were to ever happen, his life will surely be ruined in an instant. The Golden Circle never spares. In times like these, Taegu needs to calm down and think about how to find a way out. He calls Shin and says that he can't help him in this situation, as he is the mercenary, and messing with the Golden Circle is no joke. Taegu tells him that instead of fighting Kim, he should somehow bring down his grades by any means. He also warns Shin, saying that if he were to fail, they wouldn't just punish Kim but him as well. This is the kind of organization the Golden Circle is. Shin closes the call and wonders how that can be done, but he suddenly gets bashed in the head.